some examples of things you need to know before deciding to adopt internationally. Expenses, traveling to a different country from anywhere to 1 to 3 weeks, piles of paperwork, lots of waiting, and not being able to have access to medical records.
If you are interested in international adoption, here are some tips to help you get started. The top 5 adoption agencies are Bethany Christian Services, Whole International, Spence Chapin, Hopscotch Adoption, and All God's Children International.
The top 5 international adoption agencies are Bethany Christian Services, Holt International, Spence Chapin, Hopscotch Adoption, and All God's Children International.
When picking a country, it is important to educate yourself on race issues and prepare yourself to patiently educate others on your family.
The cost of international adoption can be very pricey. It can range from $10,000 to $40,000.
The average total costs of international adoption for the following countries were found in 2010 all the way to 2013.
In order to adopt, a home study will take place. The social worker will visit your home and determine if you are suited to become an adopted parent and have an appropriate place to raise a child. To ensure this step, you'll open up correspondence with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. You'll start by submitting the I-600A. It's an application for advancing processing of orphan petition.
Next, you will have to compile a collection of informative documents to complete a case history and get them notarized. The process of international adoption could be anywhere from 18 to 48 months. There is no set time on when it will happen. After waiting for a period of time, you will get a referral with the child's picture and some extra information depending on the country. You may receive the medical history, video of the child, information about the parents, etc. You will have to make the decision to accept or decline the referral. If you accepted the referral and the agency officially approved your family, you will get to pick up your child. After the child has lived with you for a bit of time, you will have to update the agency with photographs of the child in the new home, written reports from the social worker, and medical reports from your child's pediatrician. And finally, to ensure your child's United States citizenship, you will have to get them their social security number and a passport. There are more children available all over the world than just in the United States. Once your home study has been approved, you're almost guaranteed to get a child. Birth mothers cannot change their minds because all international children for adoption must be classified as orphans. Finally, international adoptions are generally less strict than domestic adoption. International adoption is a much longer process than local adoption. You may have to make one or more visits to the child's country before adoption. These visits could be anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. You may not receive any medical history or records about the child's birth parents, and international adoption accrues much more paperwork than domestic adoption, and it tends to be more costly. You will never be able to adopt an infant due to the time consumption of the paperwork. They have committed parents, they live in a stable home, they have opportunities and resources that may otherwise have been unavailable in their birth country. Children will have more one-on-one attention from their parents. Also, children are more likely to be involved in extracurricular activities.
The top 10 things to know about international adoption are 1. It is becoming less common, but there are still children in need of homes. 2. Every country has different adoption laws. 3. Most available children are not infants. 4. Some countries are party to the Hague Adoption Convention. 5. The cost may be very different from a domestic adoption. 6. Keeping paperwork organized is crucial. 7. You may not accept the first referral you get. 8. You may not receive much medical information about the child. 9. You'll be helping your child adjust in many ways. 10. Your child's culture will become part of your family.
If you are still interested, follow this link to find a family story and experience with international adoption.